Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Welcome. It's time for Psychic Saturday Night Live. I'll just wait for the algorithm to do its thing and for people to jump on. I think I'm like a minute early tonight. I'm a little anxious to get on here and start talking. Yeah, just because there's just so much going on in the world. And yeah, we can talk a little bit about it. Not a whole lot. Keep ourselves in the right space for this wonderful holiday weekend here in Canada anyway. Welcome, welcome. I don't know, what's going on in the cosmos. Actually, I do. There's been a lot of energy hitting this planet, and I mean a lot of energy. We're talking about like these things that are floating around in the galaxy, this swan and this, what is it, 3-1 Atlas or 3-eye Atlas or something. Anyway, trying not to pay too much attention to it, but it's affecting every single one of us down here who is working on stuff. So that being said, this week has been a rather wonky one. Yeah, and a very odd day, to say the least. Like just a whole week of odd. A whole week of odd. Just different energies, like holy, feeling different, like a holy, like HWHOLLY, holy, like the wholeness of your being, feeling completely different, and in some cases out of sorts, perhaps a little off kilter for some people, imbalanced even, and ungrounded is the other feeling a lot of us are having right now, is this ungrounded stuff. And that's because of all the energies that are hitting the planet. So last week's live, I talked a little bit about the Schumann and said that, there was a lot of stuff hidden. There's been crazy amounts over the last 2 weeks of just blasting us with energy. And it's apparently these asteroid things or whatever they are in the sky. And what they're causing in everybody, which is really, really interesting, is a bringing up of old things, an identity question about, yourself, who you are, where you're at, like what you're here for. All of that stuff is like really, really strong with people, and all kinds of anxiety, because as we move into this new space and these new energetic experiences, there's this adjustment that needs to happen. And in a lot of cases, it's very, noticeable. It's intense for some of us anyway. So there's been a lot of stuff going on for people. And this week has been, to say the least, very wonky for people. And I know we're kind of in between moons and stuff, so it's not really that. We don't even have retrograde stuff to happen, or that's happening until next week. Pluto goes direct next week, I guess it is. So we can't blame that. We can only see that there's some energy coming in from the cosmos that's clearly wreaking some havoc. And that's okay. It's good. It's what we need. It's helping us. These energies that come come into the atmosphere and hit the planet, they're here for a reason. Like that, nothing happens by mistake, coincidence, or accidents. I'm sure you've heard me say that plenty of times before. So, this too. I just hadn't thought about it because I'm busy dealing with all the other stuff down here, for heaven's sakes. And I thought, well, let's not go that route, because I already got so much going on. But apparently we're drawn there anyway, called there anyway. And that's okay, because again, we all need to know about this stuff. If energy's flowing and, we're susceptible to it, it may be nice to know what it's going to do to you as it's flowing and hitting you. So that's kind of what we're all about here. So tonight we're going to do the mind, body, and spirit like we always do with our tarot and the brick, naturally, like we always do. And tonight we are called to do this deck, Angels of Atlantis. Now, the Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards are by Stuart Pearce. They're illustrated by Richard Crooks. These have been around a while, and I really, really like the energy of them. Very, very high vibration. There's another deck that goes with them. They're angelic symbols and sigils, which is also very cool. Should we pull from one of each? No, we'll save the next one till next time. But it's turkey time, and we do want to acknowledge that, because you know what? Whether you buy into the whole Thanksgiving thing, which is all man-made and really just not necessarily something of super importance, really, the idea of gratitude, the idea of, communion, the idea of connection and, and kind of community is really important. And so all about gratitude. Like, I'm all about the gratitude. Why? Because especially where, you're in a need of shifting your vibration, gratitude is the key. It's the tool that we can use that really does take us from one place into another. Why? Because you're shifting. The gratitude vibration actually holds both spaces that you're actually, working with. And you can literally tip the scales and move from one spot to another in a lot, a lot easier ways, just by bringing gratitude into it. So it's a great time for gratitude. I mean, every day is gratitude day. As far as I'm concerned, we should be grateful every single day for the things that we have going on, and then move into appreciation with all the things you have going on. But ultimately, if we have to devote one day or one weekend, a month or a year rather, to thankfulness, gratitude, sacrifice, recognizing all of those things, then so be it. You know what? So be it. At least everybody has, kind of collectively put that out there and is offering everybody else an opportunity to kind of get in on that too. So the energy of gratitude is very, very strong this weekend. And, it's going to come again in November when the U.S. does their stuff. But here in Canada, we are celebrating Thanksgiving right now. And yeah, like, it's a wonderful time. Look what we have to be grateful for. We have to focus on the gratitude things that we are really, truly thankful for in our world. Like, honestly, absolutely. And, honestly, right now, this country especially needs everyone on board with the good things, the good thoughts, the positive thoughts. There's a lot of stuff going on in this country that have people up in arms. And rightly so, I have to admit, absolutely rightly so. But we are here to change all that stuff. You have to be aware of what's going on. You cannot keep your head in the sand like ostriches do. And by the way, those ostriches, that whole thing too, send your light that way. Send your light that way. But again, everywhere across this country, we need light. We need light. And especially over the next week or so, because there's some stuff going on, especially in Toronto, just so you know, if you could so, send some light that way, especially Wednesday, the 15th, I believe is Wednesday. And so please, send your light to Toronto so that the light of truth, justice, and fairness is shone towards that city. Anyway, the point is, gratitude is everything. We've got so much to be thankful for here. Before, before COVID, we had a lot of things that were really beautiful. We've had a decrease in things that, we kind of took for granted maybe and appreciated back then, but are missing now. So focus on the good stuff. Focus on all the things you want, things that help us feel good about our country, things that help us feel good about ourselves, our world, and what we have to offer here, what we can enjoy. Think about that, because right now, especially if she needs it, Canada needs all the help and light she can get. Because yeah, there's some stuff going on here. And so gratitude is a wonderful way to do it, because as we see the stuff that's going on, it's hard for us to think of, some of the things to be grateful for, but that's the way. It doesn't have to be the stuff that you're looking at that upsets you or that, is unsettling or just, disconcerting in any way that you're trying to change and feel good about. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about see the shit that you feel bad about and then find something else to feel good about so that you can temper that vibration, so that you can move it into another place, something of equal, passion for you that you feel just as wonderful about as you do just as not so wonderful about any other things. And that's how we transmute things. That's how we tip the scales. That's how we work energies like gratitude and putting us into a place of, truth. That's the only word that comes. So truth it is. So yeah, it's a wonderful time. We just came through a 1010 portal yesterday. So for those of you that follow those stuff, those alignments and everything, really awesome. All about alignments and all about initiations. This month, especially October, is always about initiations, moving on to new higher vibrational spaces, and, expanded places that we have never really been before. And so this is what we're experiencing in a lot of ways. A lot of people are experiencing that right now. And so as we move through this month of October, get ready, because wonderful things are unfolding for people and initiations are happening. Right? Initiations are happening all over the place. So yeah, it's going to be a great month. And as we make our way towards the end of the month, which is, of course, Halloween and Samhain, for those who recognize the pagan ways and the traditions, yeah, it's a big month energetically and powerfully for us all to move into higher spaces and, again, to shine our light in ways that we have never shone before and brighter than we've never shone before, because we need it now more than we've ever needed it before. So that being said, let's have a boo. You know, the other thing I was thinking too was, and I'll kind of feel it out and see because they're sort of similar, but another deck that came to me that I was thinking and contemplating about was this one here, Messages or Oracle of the Angels, which is also by Mario Deguy, who does the brick cards. So I was kind of thinking, well, same sort of thing, but I don't know, we might pull one from each. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Anyway, like I said, we need all the light we can get. So as we can generate more and, you know, shine it at a brighter, we're going to do what we need to do. And you know what? We win. We do win. I know it looks bleak for some things and in some cases, but a lot of stuff's happening south of the border, by the way. Some really important things are happening south of the border that most people have no clue about because it's not being broadcast. Not by the media, anyway, not in the mainstream media. Go looking in your alternative outlets, people. See what's happening because you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised, and it's good things. It's good things happening. So let's have a boo as we pull the cards apart. 7 of Cups and the 3 of Cups, all about the heart space, all about love, and all about what we feel our emotional spaces are. 7 of Cups is all about the illusion that we see going on around us. It's not real. And the 3 of Cups is all about the engagement we put in place there, and that we, you know, sort of allow ourselves to interact with or as, however that may play out for anybody. Oh, a little bit of housekeeping, let's just say. Because of the 1010 portal, just like I was saying, we're going to throw $10 off. Nah, let's make it 10%. What the heck? That makes $17.50. It's a little bit more. So 10% off of readings if anybody's interested. Those of you that caught the $20 off special for my 20th year anniversary, awesome job. You did a great job catching that one because it was only till the 27th of September, and lots of you caught that one in time. But this one is another one, right? Let's do this one. So again, on month of initiations, all kinds of wonderful things happening for people. Grab yourself a reading, find out what's in store for you, what's in the cards for you, and 10% off is $17.50 off. So that puts it like $157.50 or something. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Just a little bit less than that $20 off deal. So yeah, if you want that. Oh, and the Live Free Sovereignty Sanctuary. You know, if you haven't donated yet, please take a moment and have a look, feel if it resonates for you, because I can tell you with the times that are going on in this country, we need these sovereignty sanctuaries and we need them built like soon, like really, really soon. And I see an entire nation full of them. And so, you know, this is really important for us because we need places to go where we're not subject to just saying. Facebook, entertainment purposes only. Don't get your knickers in a knot. Okay. Because you know how they do that, right? And 3 of Wands is all about opportunity. Page of Swords is all about what spirit can bring you as ideas, inspirations, and wonderful insights, right? Things that come to you. So yeah. Oh, and last but not least, we had one more thing. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. The Live Free Body Module is about to be launched. Oh my goodness me, people. This is the big one. This is one of the, well, they're all big. It's the sovereignty trifecta. So they're all big. The first one was the mind. We were breaking spells and recognizing how the spell was cast upon us and what we can do to actually get out from under it and break it for good. And the body module rather, is all about how to extract yourself, all the things you need to know to extract yourself from the system, to, you know, to create yourself as a sovereign being and remove yourself, you know, from their control and their legal fiction BS. So this is a really, really big one. It's really, really awesome. Watch for your emails. Watch for the posts on Facebook here, because when this one comes out in just a couple of days from now, it's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. And I'll tell you, the last module, the third module, which is your spirit or your soul, so the mind, body, and soul trifecta here, the emancipation experience anyway. The soul part is all about how we reclaim our 12-strand DNA, how we get back into the Merkaba space, how we actually work that vehicle itself, because we're all here running around in light vehicles, if you didn't notice that. We all are more than just light beings. We're actually operating an incredible quantum geometrical shaped figure. vehicle, energetic vehicle. And so that's really important because that stuff was totally messed with, manipulated beyond, anything. And so that's why we ended up where we are. These 3 modules are going to teach you how to extract yourself, mind, body, and soul from the system so that when you come, around again, or when you leave this time, you don't have to come back and be trapped in their stupid system. Isn't that brilliant? Because you can't just extract yourself from one place. You'll be tethered somewhere else. Mind, body, and soul, people. Mind, body, it's very, very cool. So watch for that. The mind module is coming out. And again, it's going to be chock full of information about how to do this, what to do, how to serve the powers that were, and hold them accountable for things, how to really, get into what the heck happened to us and how we can really free ourselves from it, what it's all about, and how to play the game. So keep an eye out for that too. All right. And last but not least, Page of Swords once more as we cut, but this time with the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is a card that often refers to things that cause us anxiety, and there's big changes and big transformations happening, but we don't really know what's going on. We're all uncertain about it, and it doesn't feel solid, right? It doesn't feel grounded for us, but that's okay, because that's where we are. We're in this transformation. So these energies that are coming at us from these 3-1 Atlas or Swan or whatever it's called, anyway, those energies are, again, all about identity, and they're all about leveling up and leaving behind what no longer serves. All the stuff that's been holding you back, holding you down, and holding you up as you try to move, forward in your life. It's getting ready to go. So if you're being triggered, if you're finding patterns that are coming up about your identity, like who am I, where am I from, what's my heritage, all of that stuff is really relative right now to people, because we want to know who the hell we are and what our purpose is here, right? Like, what is it we're doing here? It's very important. And what we're here for is 2 things, the role and the purpose. The role is what you do to light yourself up. The purpose is lighting yourself up. You're here to light yourself up, which means you got to clear the trauma. You got to do, all the work involved in that and extract yourself from the systems. And the role you play is how you do that for yourself and how you are the example for others, right? Because it's really all about the example. We're not here to do stuff for other people. We're here to do stuff for ourselves. And that's what we're held accountable for. And we have to atone for at the end of our day. So last but not least, once again, Page of Swords comes in with the King of Pentacles this time. And this time, pragmatics. It's all about pragmatics. Do what works. Don't do stuff that does not work for you. Don't do stuff you're not in alignment with. Just say no, thank you. And go from there, okay? So let's have a boo, right? Mind, body, and spirit. Because it's all about mind, body, and spirit. That's what we're here for. Mind, body, and spirit. Yeah. All about pentacles too, apparently, because every one of them is a pentacle. How many pentacles? 4. Let's start there. The mind space is all about treasuring where you are. The 4 Pentacles is all about all the stuff in the material world, all of your stuff in your world, all of the stuff that is, of value to you. Hold on to that right now, especially this week, this weekend, especially, right? It's all about treasuring what you have, honoring what you have, being, acknowledging the sacred things in your life, counting your blessings, which is the next card, by the way. All of those things, because that's what this weekend's about. Gratitude, thankfulness, honor, appreciation, community, love, and being the example of light. It's really what it's all about, right? We're supposed to shine bright. And yeah, we got to give some stuff up to do that. But you know what? What if the stuff you're giving up, like the turkey teaches us about sacrifice, the medicine of the turkey is all about sacrifice and the giveaway, the giving up of something, right? Yeah, but what if what you're giving up is actually stuff you don't want anyway? What if it's stuff that you don't need and isn't serving you anyway? Isn't that okay to give it up? Like, there's some things you're just not supposed to give up about. Other things you're supposed to definitely just give up. Absolutely walk away from, release it, let it go. Sacrifice yourself from it, or sacrifice it from you even. Whatever that means to you, it's all good, because this is the weekend to do it. And in the mind space, if it's thoughts that don't serve you any longer, and I'm going to say that's probably a lot of the case for people right now, is these patterns that are coming up, these patterns of, again, identity, purpose, transformation, like you're moving from one space to another and you're really not sure what's going on because you're sort of in the middle, in the in-between space at the moment. Cherish those moments, like all of it, even those things you're unsettled about. Why? Because they're part of this beautiful process we're moving through, and we have to trust it. This is an enormously important time for us to be trusting in. Like right now, more than any other time, we are supposed to trust the process. In fact, that's the shirt I wore today. It says, to trust the universe, and listen to your intuition. Trust the universe and listen. We have to. So much is going on and a lot of stuff that we're not necessarily aware of. Some of us aren't seeing stuff, and that's okay, but we have to trust that everything is going to work out, because it is going to work out. It does work out, and it always works out, you know? So the Four of Pentacles, be in a place of, you know what? I got this. In my mind, I can treasure those thoughts I have, and I can let go of the ones I don't want anymore. It's okay. I don't have to worry about it because everything balances out anyway, right? So the middle card, the body card, of course, is this card, the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card that talks about gratitude. It's all about counting your blessings and being thankful for everything you have, knowing that you are in that beautiful place. And if you're in that place of gratitude and thankfulness, like we were talking about, because you can't make this stuff up, folks. You saw me pick them. I don't know. Out of all the cards, 78 cards in the deck, we got these ones? Really? Gratitude. Gratitude is so important. And again, appreciation. When you move from gratitude into appreciation, you no longer hold the two vibrations. If you can move from a negative space through gratitude into a higher vibrational space, eventually you'll let go of where that was and that polarity experience, and you'll move right into appreciation, having transcended the part that is the catch, right? The teeter-totter part that can make or break your thought pattern, your thought process. So thinking about that, just choose gratitude. And when you're feeling shitty about something, again, find something to feel grateful for. It doesn't have to be that you're feeling crappy about. It does have to be something else, though, in order for you to balance that out. Because that's really all it comes down to, is just balancing things out. So Spirit card comes in. And what does it come in with? Three of Pentacles. There's a card about work. Okay, this is all about work, and not just work, but like Spirit helping you do work, helping you do the work in your mind, helping you do the work in your, your experience, maybe to help you figure out things that you're grateful for. You know what? Sometimes when you're in a place of challenge and you're not feeling so grateful about things, and you're having a hard time looking around for things that feel grateful or that you feel grateful about, because all you see is the shit. Because you know what? We're hardwired for that, by the way. Naturally, we are hardwired with something called the reticular activating system. I don't know if you know about this or not, but the reticular activating system is a system within our mind, our brain, that basically holds vibration and seeks out like vibrational experiences. And those would be thoughts and all kinds of things, right? Ideas, whatever it is in thought form, energies, right? And that's how Murphy's Law works, right? So the law of attraction, that's our bumper car connection to the law of attraction. So our little reticular activating system goes off, sparks these pulses and these synapses in our brain, sends out signals, and the universe, naturally magnetic, electromagnetic in nature, automatically attracts to it something like-minded. And all you have to do is hold a thought for about 16, 17 seconds, and another thought like that is going to show up like almost instantaneously, 16 seconds later, I will say. So that is really one of those amazing things that we are actually meant to do and meant to, create our lives through. And so the reticular activating system says you got to do the work. And in the negative stuff that comes up, it's okay. You can do the work. It's coming up for a reason, because that stuff is exactly, what you need to think about, what you need to work through, what you need to let go of, whatever that might be. And we're still on the downside, I think, of the full moon, aren't we? Like, I think we got another week left before the new moon shows up. So again, it's a good time to be letting go of stuff. And even in the positive sense, so I want to talk about that too, because the positive sense, not everything. So I was going with the negative thing. We're naturally hardwired, right, as a survival instinct, by the way, to seek out harm, danger, and things that we need to be aware of, right? So naturally, we're kind of predisposed to that sort of negative thinking process, but our ability to switch it to a positive thought is truly, extraordinary. We have that ability about us. So that being said, if you find yourself in those spaces, use gratitude to get out. Find yourself in the, place of positivity and the gratitude after you come out of that negative space. Head towards appreciation and let go of what was there. You won't even think about the negative stuff. You just won't, because you're in that place of all things are really great and everything is wonderful. And I'm not necessarily looking and worrying about what could be happening or what if this happens. In the negative space, I'm actually creating positively wonderful things. So the Murphy's Law thing, as I was just about to mention, is, anything that can go wrong will go wrong, as we all have been brought up to believe, but it does work in a positive way too. So anything that can go right will go right. And the more you think about the things and you appreciate them and you focus on them, the more your brain, in its reticular activating system process, shoots those signals out, and then more good stuff comes. Gonna run quite a, quite a while on those thoughts before you dip into something different based on alternative energies around you, or, whatever that might be, circumstances, conditions, that kind of stuff. We go fine. We're doing great until life gets in the way. It would be great. As soon as you get out of bed, you're fabulous, right? You get out into the world, it's not so easy all the time. And you've really got to work sometimes on that. So working on the things you value and for the things you value, not just a paycheck, but Spirit says working on the stuff here and here is of the most importance right now. And they're going to help us with that. Okay. So remember, 4 of Pentacles here in the mind space. Treasure the thoughts you have, keep them in the right space, watch what happens. More and more good stuff is going to come, and they'll multiply. They will absolutely multiply. That's the law. We don't have any control on how it works. We just have control on whether we work it right for us or not. Again, gratitude card, counting your blessings, abundance. That's another part of this card too, by the way. Look at all of these wonderful gold coins at his feet, right there, right for him, for us all to reap the rewards of. Especially in the physical space, as we ascend, as we do all the work on ourselves, that work there that we value, very important. It's all about the level up this month, especially this month, the month of 10, which is actually 8 October. Just saying. It's kind of peculiar, don't you think? 8 and everything else but October. Okay. One of those quirky little things about our world you'll eventually discover on your own. Well, unless you follow me a little more, and then we'll talk about it, and you'll really learn a lot. We're going to do the brick card next, and then we're going to pull that Angels of Atlantis Oracle card that I was telling you about earlier, which they are so lovely. They really are such lovely cards. All right, and again, can't make this stuff up, so let's see what the brick has to say tonight. 54 cards here. Spread them all out, and where are we? Top or bottom? Top. Ooh. What's the bottom look like anyway? Let's read them both, shall we? Because why not? It's Thanksgiving and we have abundance. Lots of things to be grateful for, including extra messages tonight. So the first one is Master of My Life. What was I saying? Okay. I dedicate my strength to the divine within me, aligning myself with the true sovereign of my life. My ego steps aside as I listen to my inner voice and act in accordance with the truth I hear. In this way, I become the master of my life. I live in abiding humility, grace, and love for the glory of God. What a beautiful card. And aren't we all the masters of our lives? And this one, because you know what? Yeah, unconditional love. We're just meant to know it. Today, I choose to see the light in everyone. I seek the divine in each being, and I accept others as they are. I bring compassion to all my brothers and sisters of the light. I offer unconditional love to everyone I meet. I join my soul with theirs so that we may grow together in universal love. What a beautiful card. All right, here we go. Angels of Atlantis by Stuart Pearce. All right, see that? It's very cool. These have been around a while, actually. I'm not even quite sure how long I've had them. Probably 10 or 12 years now. Oh, 2011. I might have had them from the beginning. So here we go. Lots of archangel energy out and about right now. Everybody call on stuff from the highest light and resonance, and bam, here we are. And they are really, really, really strong around us all. Like the 7 archangels especially. Michael's been with people a lot lately, and they've been feeling him with them because they're dealing with stuff, darkness stuff. Oh, and if anybody needs a clearing, got that on special right now too. All the ickies. Inside, outside, upside down. Get them out of here, get them off you, get them away from you, and you'll feel a lot better and your life will go a lot better. Anyway, that's another deal. If you want it, message me. I'll tell you about it after. Anyway, but the angels. Michael, Raphael especially has been around. Haniel is another one that keeps popping up for people. And who was the other one I saw the other? Oh, Uriel was in somebody's field the other day. And I'm like, huh, that's interesting, because you don't usually see them like right there like that unless they're working with them, you know, or intentionally doing that. Anyway, we'll see what happens here. But The Angels of Atlantis Oracle Cards by Stuart Pearce. Awesome energy. All right, here we go. You know what else is around a lot, people? The Star Nations. Andromeda. Oh my God. Last week we saw with the, naked eye, basically Andromeda, the whole galaxy. The Pleiadians have been around people, and their whole thing's been happening. I don't know what was going on last week with the Pleiadian energies. Wow. And the other one I keep seeing too is the Lyrans in people's fields. Now that's interesting. The lion people. Very, very cool. But it's a lot about sovereignty too, right? And reclaiming where we're supposed to be. Uriel. Abundance. Look at that, you guys. Tell me that's not awesome. Tell me that's not awesome. Okay. All right. Uriel. Abundance. What number is that? Who doesn't have a number? Okay, hold tight. Hold tight. I got to dig through the whole book. Raphael. Uriel's at the back. Here we go. Here we go. Uriel is known as the divine companion, according to Stuart Pearce. The tree of life, abundance. The tree of life brings abundant flow into your life at this very moment. And this is why you have singularly chosen Uriel's Oracle of Abundance. The core of all abundance is the source. When you totally believe in the flow of this divine nectar, the bounty of God is responding in like measure. Develop the muscle of your faith by the positive regard of all your amazing achievements. Fill your life with gratitude for the abundance you are receiving and speak or chant, I am infinitely abundant in spirit. I have plenty of wealth and my riches increase every day. You hear those words in there, people? Come on. So let's pull one more, just because. Just because, why not? Abundance, right? How about an extra message? How about that? Okay. Oh, I did pull from here before. Because, there's two cards out. What do you know? Okay, so let's just see what they say anyway. No, but we're going to pull from the other one then. All right. Just a minute. Sorry. Just got told. Grab the other deck. Okay. Here we go. Where are we? Oh. Oh. And I would have expected everybody to laugh because I would have laughed too if I had gone ass over tea kettle. Okay, sorry, just laugh. Here we go. This deck is Angel Heart Sigils. Angel Heart Sigils, Mystical Symbols by Stuart Pearce once again and Richard Crooks. Love these cards. Okay, here we go. Shuffle twice. Okay. Hold on. I got guides yelling in my head. Pay attention, Brenda. Okay. Shuffle. Here we go. Kind of. Is more like it. By Zadkiel. Zadkiel, I think it's the same dude. Anyway, Zadkiel, in my experience anyway, is a teacher. He's an incredible teacher. He teaches using incredible wisdom, like he leads you to the answers. He's kind of like a Socratic method kind of guy. He teaches you by leading you to the answers so you discover them for yourself. He's a really awesome guide. If you've never worked with Zadkiel, I highly recommend you tune into him. He also works with the Violet Flame, and his spiritual his spiritual wisdom and guidance is incredible when you're learning about your own spiritual gifts and when you're just learning how to explore them inside yourself. So just saying, call on Zadkiel. Okay, let's see what this says here. Ooh, Zadkiel is the sacred lover. And this card in particular, Zadkiel's heart sigil brings us to the profundity, of awe when we need reminding of our true essence or of our divinity. Perhaps this is happening for you right now, for you've chosen this card of beauty and your spirit may just take flight, just as in the icon. just so you can see it. You see, awe and joy are the wondrous gatekeepers to the pathway of the divine, and spiritual curiosity leads us to this gateway so that we may fly to heaven. In the icon, you can see Jupiter, the king god, assuming the body of an eagle, the symbol of triumphant spirit, in order to take Ganymede, the symbol of everlasting beauty, which is a planet, by the way. Well, I think maybe it's a moon. Anyway, to take it into heaven. Gaze on the exquisite icon and feel the soulful part of you that needs to be enriched by the source, seeking the beauty of the infinite. You can chant Ha or He through your heart chakra and your crown chakra in order to allow Zadkiel to take you through to the path of ascension. Yeah. Ah. You know what? That's really good. It goes really well with gratitude, doesn't it? When you're in awe of all the achievements of your life and the wonderful things that you have here. Like, this is a magical life we're living. Look around. Look at the stuff we've got to experience here. Yeah, I know. Some of this is kind of weird and wonderful, but you're not getting this anywhere else. I can tell you right now, you are not getting what we're getting here on this planet. You're not getting anywhere else in the galaxies, in any universe, anywhere. I can tell you. This is a truly unique experience, a truly unique experiment, and we are the ones here making it happen. So, for those that value your thoughts, you know, keep them in the right space, keep them all in positive places, right? Thinking about things you're grateful for, thankful for, appreciating in your life. Bring it here into your sacral and your root chakras and your solar chakras. Allow yourself to feel the gratitude, the thankfulness, the appreciation and the abundance that you have. Count your blessings. And I mean count your blessings. Count them, count them, count them. Because there'll be more. You'll be like, oh my God, there's more. Yeah, there are. You know what? We get these little storehouses. Rewards points is not a new system. Neither is recycling, just so you know. And we get these brownie points that kind of add up in universal ways, right? In like bank accounts sort of idea. And you can cash in on some of them. Your blessings don't go to anybody else until you receive them for yourself first. You cannot give away something you have not taken ownership of. It's just not yours to give away yet. Even if it's got your name on it. If you don't say it's mine first, you cannot give it to someone else. You cannot share it. So make sure you count your blessings, receive all your blessings, and then share. You know, there's that famous saying about you can't pour from an empty cup. You're not really supposed to anyway. You're supposed to let your cup fill up and run over, and you share from the excess. You're supposed to always have a full cup, you know, just so you know, because a lot of people don't believe that, know that, or feel that for themselves, and it's actually, yeah, the way it's supposed to go. So, that being said, Spirit's going to help you do the work to keep yourself in the right space, to do the, the gratitude stuff. Gratitude journals are great, too. If you get up every morning and just spend 3 minutes writing 3 things you're thankful for, or 5 things you're thankful for and grateful for in the morning, what a way to set the day, to start the day, to set the intention for the day. It's absolutely amazing. I highly recommend gratitude journals. Master of my life, what do we say? Dedicate my strength to the divine within me, aligning myself with the true sovereign of my life. My ego steps aside as I listen to my inner voice and act in accordance with the truth I hear. In this way, I become the master of my life. I live in abiding humility, grace, and love for the glory of God. Look at the picture. Just amazing. Just amazing. And then unconditional love, right here. Today I choose to see the light in everyone. I seek the divine in each being, and I accept others as they are. I bring compassion to all my brothers and sisters of the light. I offer unconditional love to everyone I meet. I join my soul with theirs so that we may grow together in universal love. You know, unconditional love isn't toleration love. It's allowing love. It's the live and let live kind of love, you know. It's like, okay, everybody gets to do what they want to do, right? But in a peaceful way. Live and let live. You just go ahead, do your thing. I'll be over here doing my thing. You do your thing. We're all good. There's this tolerance thing we got a lot to work on. A lot of us have to work on, where it's like, I don't really like what you're doing, but I'm going to tolerate that you're doing it because you're allowed to do it. And I can't really do anything about it. And that energy is really what we're here to transmute and to kind of fix, because we just need to be in a place of allowing, right? Where, again, everybody just lives and lets live. It's all okay. Just don't, hurt anybody. Don't hurt anybody with things. Don't hurt anybody with anything, right? So, unconditional means no matter what's going on, you got love going on. That's it. Just love, love, love. and an abundance of it. Uriel will help you with that. Uriel is also an archangel who is very much about illumination. This particular archangel is very much about, helping you light up the path ahead so that you can see the steps you're taking. Again, helping you to, move forward in ways that are illuminated, to count abundance in your life, gratitude, blessings, thankfulness, all that stuff. Count your blessings. Okay, and the abundance. Nothing wrong with that. The more you have, the more you can share, and if you're ever guided or felt like, you pushed to buy a lottery ticket, it's probably because the universe is saying, you know what, you could very well win here. And if you win, you're the kind of person who's going to share so much, right? It becomes yours so that others can have it too. Just saying. Zadkiel. Ah. Be in a place of awe. We do live a wondrous, magical life. You just got to find those things that, aren't all the things that stop you from feeling the awe. Shock and awe stuff is not the kind of stuff we're talking about here. The good stuff is what we're talking about. So, on that note, it's a wonderful turkey time weekend. I don't really do turkey, but, lots of people do, and it's all good. And the turkey is incredible medicine, right? A beautiful medicine for us to honor and to appreciate and to be thankful and grateful for, because turkey gives its life, sacrifices its life all the time for nourishment and sustenance and everything, right? So, yeah, be grateful, be thankful, be in a place of appreciation this weekend, especially. Love the ones you're with and be with the ones you love, right? Yeah, and shine your light really, really bright, especially in the next week. Please, in the next week, especially on Wednesday. Watch the news. You'll probably see why, but focus your light on Toronto and justice, integrity, and compassion. Compassion for everyone. There's a lot of people out there that really need love. They just don't have it. They don't know it. And they're so far from it. They don't know how to get to it. And they need our light. They need our love. And that's what we're here to do. Shine your light. Shine your light bright. And be grateful. In some cases that you're not them, or that you don't have to deal with that kind of stuff in your life. And on that note, namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. And when you're in that place in you, and I'm in that place in me, together, we're one. And we shine really, really bright. So thank you. I'm grateful for you. And I appreciate you sharing time and light with me every Saturday night on Psychic Saturday Night Live. Until next time, talk to you soon. Bye now.